Hi guys, welcome to the Home of Fun and Learning official. Today in this video we will be starting with IKMC 2021 student level questions. So let's get started with this question. Now this question says that a large square is divided into smaller squares as shown. Okay, fair enough. A shaded circle is inscribed inside each of the smaller squares. Okay, what proportion of the area of the large square is shaded? Okay, now the very first thing to note is that they've used the word proportion here. Okay, and another thing is that they didn't give us any dimensions. For example, the side length of the square. Okay, this thing. Okay, or the radius of any of this circle, for example this or this or this. Okay, so we should be able to understand that eventually we will not need the numerical values of these lengths or dimensions. Okay, in the end it will kind of just cancel out, or it won't matter. Okay, so this is important. Now this leads us to a second important thing, which is that we need to assume lengths. Okay, let's just do it on a bigger diagram. I've extracted this. Okay, let's work on this. Okay, now there are many ways to go around this. Okay, but I prefer to start with the smallest circle. Okay, so let's assume that the radius of this smallest circle is a. Okay, another thing to note is that these four circles are identical. Okay, as we can see, and these three circles are also identical, and this large one here. Okay, so there are a total of 8 circles. Yeah, and we need to figure out. Okay, so if this is a, this is also a. Okay, and similarly this is also a and this is also a. Now an important thing to note here is that these two circles, these two circles make up this large circle. Okay, so just by observation we can see that the radius of this circle will be equal to 2a, because it's equal to one complete smaller circle. So in the diameter of that circle is 2a. Okay, from here to here, so it's 2a, the radius of this circle. Now similarly we will also notice that this large circle, okay, it's made up of like its diameter is made up of this circle and this circle's diameters combined. Okay, so if this is 2a, okay, and if this whole thing is 4a, because 2a here and 2a here, then the diameter of the largest circle will be equal to 6a, and hence the radius of this circle, okay, the radius of this circle will be equal to 3a. Okay, now we have kind of compressed the problem, and we have simplified the problem, and we are ready to solve it. Okay, now we can also just quickly figure out the side length of the square, this whole thing, in terms of a. Since this is this whole thing is 4a, this is also 4a, and this one is 2a, so the side length of the square will be 10a. Now let's solve this problem. Okay, we are ready. Now it's asking for the proportion of the area of the large square, okay, that's shaded. Okay, the proportion. So first we need to find out the total area of the square. Okay, it'll be L square, the area of the square, and since L is 10A, we can just simply write this as 100A squared. So this is one thing. Okay, now let's calculate the total shaded area. Okay, now for that, we need to calculate the areas of these circles. Okay, now we have one big circle, this one. Okay, so let's write down this area. Okay, it's pi r square, and the radius of this circle is 3a, so it'll be pi 3a squared. Okay, and okay, and we have three of these circles, these middle ones. Okay, middle length circles. So, and the area is pi r squared. We have the radius of one of them, 2a, so three of them will have an area of 3 times pi times 2a whole square. Fine. Okay, now remaining we have the four smallest circle. Let's just quickly figure out that too. We have this, okay, these four circles. Okay, and the radius of one of them is a, so the area for four of them will be equal to 4 pi r square, and since r is a, it's a squared. Okay, now let's add this up. So it's 9 pi a squared plus 12 pi a squared plus 4 pi a squared, and it ends up being 25 pi a squared. This is the total shaded area. Okay, and this thing is the total area. Let's find out the proportion then. We need to divide this thing by this thing. Okay, this thing over this thing. So let's just do this quickly. 25 pi a squared all over 100 a squared. A squared cancel. This will be pi by 4. Okay, so let's see which options match. So the answer should be E. Okay, E is the correct answer. Okay, so we are done here. Thank you for watching. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, take care.